the mystery of what transpired during Tucker and Ashley's honeymoon in Paris, as well as Tracy's growing romance with Alan in the City of Lights, have made France the setting for a lot of narrative action for young and restless fans. Soap Opera Digest looks back at 6 earlier stories featuring a French tie. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. When Victor's Eric Braeden, pregnant bride Sabrina, died in August 2008 from injuries sustained in a horrific car accident, he was so devastated that right after her funeral, he disappeared. After the French chalet that Victor had gifted his wife for a wedding present burned to the ground, evidence suggested that a distraught Victor had torched the place. When Victor didn't resurface, his worried ex-wife Nikki called another of Victor's former spouses, Ashley, Eileen Davidson, below, in London, and begged her to track down the man they both loved. It took some sleuthing, but Ash located Victor at the statue of Street Raymond. The former marrieds made love in France before coming back to Genoa City. Although she was far from thrilled that her plan prompted Victor and Ashley's reunion, Nikki was grateful that he was safely home. While his dad, Victor, was missing in France, Nick, Joshua Morrow, below, received a call from a priest there who expressed concern that Victor was hiding out in a monastery. Nick flew over to Paris, and while his search for Victor was fruitless, he did run into ex-wife Sharon Case, below, in the City of Lights. Nick learned she had come there to meet up with their son, Noah, who was on a school trip. Nick ended up playing tour guide as he and Sharon spent a lovely day sightseeing and reconnecting. Unbeknownst to them, his current wife Phyllis had arrived in Paris for Restless style business and planned to surprise Nick. However, Phyllis was the one who was gobsmacked when she witnessed her husband and Sharon sharing a romantic kiss on a bridge. Noah's Kevin Schmidt, below, high school French class traveled to Paris for an educational trip in 2008, and Noah was pleased that his crush, Aaron Sanders, below, was also in attendance. While Noah was enjoying the excursion, Eden was bored and wanted to ditch their class in favor of finding their own adventure. The teens visited the Père Lachaise cemetery where Jim Morrison was buried, but at some point, they were picked up by the French police. Since Sharon was in Paris, the police called her, and Noah and Eden were released into her custody. When they all returned to Genoa City, Noah was banned and forbidden from hanging out with Eden after their first marriage failed. Kane, Daniel Goddard, below, and Lily, Crystal Khalil, below, chose to remarry on Valentine's Day in 2012, in an intimate ceremony attended by only a few relatives and friends. When Catherine learned about the wedding, she flew the couple and their guests to Provence, France, where the ceremony would take place at a property owned by one of her friends. The ceremonies were conducted outside on the pastoral estate, and Abby served as Lily's maid of honor. Neil walked his daughter down the aisle, and the couple exchanged simple but heartfelt vows. Kane even declared Jill the mother of the groom, while his estranged biological mom, Genevieve, watched from afar. Chloe, Elizabeth Hendrickson, below L, and Billy's daughter, Delia, died from a hit-and-run accident in 2013, while at the same time, Chelsea, Melissa Claire Egan, below, and Adam's baby son, Connor, was losing his eyesight and needed an immediate cornea transplant or else he would go permanently blind. Chloe and Billy magnanimously donated their dead daughter's corneas and Connor's vision was restored. However, Chloe became so attached to Connor that it bordered on obsession. When Adam was presumed killed in a fiery car crash, he was exposed as the unidentified driver who struck Delia. An unhinged Chloe abducted Connor in 2014 and flew to Paris to start a new life. Victor, Chelsea, and Kevin followed her, and she reluctantly relinquished Connor back to his mother. Chloe was arrested for kidnapping, but Michael was able to get her outpatient psychological treatment instead of jail time. In 2017, Devon, Britton James, below L, suggested to his dad and business partner Neil, Christoph Street John, below, that their company, Hamilton Winters, purchase Murderon Enterprises, which had recently gone up for sale. Neil offered his son a history lesson about Murderon, explaining that its owner was John Abbott's former wife, Dina Marla Adams, below. Dina had abandoned John and their young children Jack, Ashley and Tracy for a more exciting life. She eventually married mega-rich Frenchman Marcel Murgeron and had been running his company since his death. Neil was afraid to risk upsetting the Abbotts by dealing with their estranged mother, but he and Devon flew to Paris nonetheless and pitched Dina on why she should sell Murderon Enterprises to them. Dina wasn't very enthusiastic about Hamilton Winters until Devon explained that his grandmother was the late Catherine Chancellor. Since Kay and Dina had been longtime best friends, Dina decided to sell her company to Neil and Devon, which transformed their startup into a major player in the global corporate world. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my fast gossip to our channel and stay with us.